Hello friends, and welcome back to another Skyrim adventure in the lands of Requiem with the 3, the B, and the F-Tweaks overhaul. We are playing some more Permadeath. I've got a spicy new build that I've brewed up here. This is one of those builds that usually ends with a big old fat nerf at the end of it. So, figured I'd record it, show it off, before it gets nerfed. Such is the way is life. So, as you can tell, we are playing as a Dremora race. Just a dark elf. We are not actually wearing robes. I picked iron armor. For the first time in, like, literally ever, I'm going to start off with heavy armor and not go from light armor, switch over to heavy armor. The reason I'm wearing robes with the Skyrim outfit system is just because I wanted to kind of look the part of a Dremora. Even though I know it's probably not, like, lore-friendly or immersive in the fact that I'll be running around as a Dremora and NPCs won't seem to give a shit. But I figure the NPCs of Skyrim hate Dark Elves enough, it'll still feel like they hate me as equal. Let's go ahead and pick our starting skills while we go over the build. I'm going to be going Conjuration as my one school of magic on this build. We are going to be focusing on the left side of the tree, going up to the elemental binding. I'm going to be going for the Atronachs. We're going to be doing heavy armor, as you saw, and one-handed, as you saw that I had an axe. Heavy armor, and ooh, not two-handed. One-handed. Then we need to pick our birth sign, going with the Atronach. So you're probably wondering, some of you who are familiar with some of the other Requiem 3BF Tweaks players, this sounds a lot like a certain player's build, Veggie Benny. He did a build called Cold Harbor Crusader, where he played as a Nord Atronach following Molag Bal, and did the heavy armor Conjuration, but he did Destruction and Alchemy. I'm actually going to be using Enchanting, no Alchemy. And then way down the line, if we make it there, I'll go Block and Smithing. But that's like for Dragonborn DLC stuff. I don't need that for like the main game. Probably don't even need it for Dawnguard DLC. So the main build is going to be Dunmer, Atronach, and then we're going to be going Vaermina. I really wanted to try out a Vaermina build. So if you don't know what Vaermina does, Vaermina gives you boosted power to your staves. Based on the amount of soul gems that you've used. So we need to use a lot of soul gems. So we're going to be going for the Mace of Molag Bal. Makes sense. Heavy armor. I have plans to go for the Daedric Battlemage set for reasons you'll see later on. And then just going to be using Conjuration to summon our minions. That's why this build's name is the Prince of Daedra. Summoning Daedra using a lot of Daedric artifacts. Azura Star, Mace of Molag Bal, Vaermina, what a combo. You just constantly get to refill your really expensive staves. So, we are here in Riften. We are going to jump into the Ratway. Because I want to get my ring. I know, it's cheesy. Everybody does it. That's what we're going for. So, originally, I was going to be doing Block as a main skill early on. I decided, you know, we're going to be a Dunmer. One of the main reasons I want to be a Dunmer is for this ability right there. The Ancestral Ward. Ancestral Shield, sorry. 50% physical damage negation, 150 points of spell damage. Protection. Pretty strong, actually. You'll see later on how strong it really gets. So we're going to come down here to the Ratway. I'm going to go ahead and pop my buffs. And we got everything up. So early on, since we only have one perk in heavy armor, we're going to have to be careful with our stamina usage. No sprinting, no power attacking, or at least minimal. lantern on for you guys. And that's why the ward is so good right there. Being able to hold that ward when an archer's facing you like that helps a lot. That doesn't really do anything for us. We do need to sell stuff for gold. We do need some gold early on, actually. I don't think they really had anything worth taking, though. Carry weight's not bad. Being that I'm going to be going Enchanting and Daedric Battlemage set means I'm going to be making my own in-game armor. Enchanting will be the first skill that I want to focus on getting to 100, because I really can't use the Daedric Battlemage armor until I get to Enchanting 100. Otherwise, it's just kind of useless for us. This keeper always gets stuck in the roof. Recuperation 20%. Lame. Oh, you know what? I did forget to do something. There's a reason I picked War Axes. I talked about going Mace of Molag Bal later on, and that's because this build will be going for Soul Reaping Texture Nice. We will be going for maces later on. I'm going to be using War Axes early for good reason. I don't need that. We'll take the Blue Mountain Flower though. And that's because I meant to go grab the Blessing of Talos. Just because that gives us a little bit of extra stamina regen. But lo and behold, I forgot. I forgore. Alright, we got our ring. We can move on now. There's really nothing else in here for us. Oh, we're still in combat with something. And then you can see how bad the stamina drain is. There's just a couple things around Riften that I like to do when starting here. I'm sure you remember some of it. I think we did pretty much everything here on the cleric build. Let me go actually grab. Why am I still considered in combat? It's so annoying. Grab both of those. Then I can start munching on some Blue Mountain Flower. Get the Blessing of Talos. Also, while we're here, let's not forget to grab all the Nightshade. Just grab Blue Butterfly Wing by accident. Reason we want Nightshade should be 8. Yes. Is because there is a certain person here in Riften who would like us to collect a few ingredients for them. And should you turn all those ingredients in, you get a plethora of potions every few days. That's a nice little bonus. So I'll actually be rushing that early so that I have a supply to keep me alive. Figure you guys can hang out with me in this first episode, just so you can see how I progress a character from level 1, from 0 to hero. How do we get there? If I cut too much out, you know, leaves too much up for interpretation on how did you get this? How did you get that? And some of this stuff, I do like to just show you what we're doing. Not everybody goes back and watches my old videos. This might be the first video somebody watches of mine. And maybe they're just getting into 3Tweaks. So I am going to pick up this quest. I'm not going to be doing it for a little while, though. I'm already here, so I figure I might as well grab it. That's a Bunchen Zell quest. It's a Dunmer dungeon. Get some Grand Soul Gems there. It'll be really useful later for us. We need a lot of Soul Gems. So we need to use a lot of Soul Gems.
Please help me. My job. If you could give me a healing potion. Here, take this. It's all I can offer you for what you.
So there's a good reason for us to do this skooma quest here, especially on this build.
It's got nothing to do with the coin. This is my life we're talking about. Wait, what?
Oh, I don't have enough gold, do I? I need to go make some gold real quick. Didn't realize I did not have enough. But when we do the skooma quest, you go into the little den or whatever, the little hideout that they have over there. And Sarthis has a decent chance at having a staff on him, which we would love to get. Because since we're going to be following Vaermina after a while, staves are going to be really strong for us. There's one other thing I want to do before we progress this.
I don't know you. You and Riften. That's the last thing the black. Hey, you.
Alright, that gets him moving. Important to have him over there. Granted, the guards can take care of Sarthis and friends, but just in case they can't.
Come to see Battleman perform. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Why does he never have gold?
If
He always has such a small amount of gold.
come see me again.
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? If anything, just what you see here.
There we go.
Running a little light in
No,
pockets.
leave me
I
alone.
could take a hint, lad. Want to make some coins?
So after we do a little intro to the skooma quest here, and the Jarl sent us off to Crag's Lane, we are also going to hit up Broken Helm Hollow, which is a dungeon pretty close here to Riften. Can be a little bit challenging, but we'll have some utility that will help us a bit.
It is our most favorite company. Look, I don't think I should. Okay. You can't get inside. When I meet Sarthis there, he's usually waiting for me outside.
I don't have the keep discovered. I was going to fast travel to save on time a little bit, but oh well, that's fine. So, the thing about going with heavy armor so early is the stamina is always such a problem, and the movement speed. That is why I decided to go with full iron armor, because iron armor is fairly lightweight compared to steel, so it's not as hindrance on us and still has a decent amount of protection. And little known about heavy armor is when you're wearing a full set of heavy armor, you actually get a damage reduction to arrows. I can't remember the percentage. I want to say it's like 15%. But just anything's going to help right now. I kind of like tested this build out, doing some runs, and it was pretty hard early on, just like dealing with arrows and stamina management, because Dunmer stamina, it's not the best.
Welcome to Rift. Yes, unfortunately. However, excellent. See if you can drop in on this dealer of poison and convince
We'll
him
grab
to make
that.
this operation permanent.
Go ahead and grab the bounty while we're here. Just gonna do the one.
As long as you continue to obey our laws.
Okay. There is a cave south of Riften called Crystal Drift Lair, I believe is the name, or Crystal Drift Cave, one or the other. And that is going to be our next point of interest for this run. There's a good reason why. We might not be able to beat what's inside. That's not what's important. Because remember, this build is really heavily geared towards using staves, being that we get the Vaermina bonus. So we want to grab as many staves as we can get. Now, obviously, early on, we don't have Vaermina, and we don't have the boosted staff power, but staves are still really good, especially on an Atronach character, where, you know, you have the magic pool to use it, but you can't regen it. So instead of going destruction, we're going to use staves. There is a really strong staff that we can get here in Riften, but I will... Oops, put that too soon. I will not be going for Hag's Wrath quite yet. It'll be a little while before we get to that. Okay, so it looks like we did get unlucky, and Sarthis is actually a heavy armor warrior.
Do your worst.
Another day, another victory.
Although This is a nice find. I think I will grab that. I actually don't need lockpicks. What does this put us at carry weight wise? Or not carry weight wise, but movement speed wise. Yeah, that's not too bad. I might... but then we have this big ugly shield in our back. We're not going to be perking block for a really long time, so maybe I just won't worry about it. Like I said, we'll go block like way down the line. Maybe for... actually, we might go block before Soul Cairn, if we make it that far. Soul Cairn would be a little bit easier with block, that's for sure. See, do we have the carry weight to grab some of this stuff? 50 units. Jeez. Well, that's got some good value to it. Do some axe walking. Early on, the gold is just really difficult for us because we can't like pick any locks. We don't have the stats to bash open any locks. So our only source of gold is selling stuff and doing like bounties. And just looting in general, like from dead corpses.
You gonna buy something? Take a look.
See what she has. Resist shock. Wielding. That would be nice. That's light armor anyways. Okay, let's sell the heaviest first. Sure, we only lose out on 1 gold.
Can I interest you? See for yourself.
A really good armor set for us would be the reinforced chitin. It's not as protective, but it's really good against arrows. Just kind of expensive. Don't have the gold for it, so not something we can grab right now. The mace does do a little bit more damage, but I'm going to stick with the war axes for now.
Keep your eyes to the road.
Okay. So now we can go turn in Sarthis, let her know we found the operation. She'll send us to Crag's Lane. We won't be going there quite yet because we want to pick up the bounty for Crag's Lane, which is actually in Windhelm. Funny, so you have to end up going to Windhelm to get the bounty for it, then go to Crag's Lane. But that's okay. We have some other stuff to do in the meantime. I could probably do Crag's Lane right now. It'd just be a little bit difficult with our stamina.
What can I do for you? It's nice to receive good news. Then there's no time to... The source of the... Do this task for me, and you'll... Good. Report back to me when your task is complete.
Kind of funny that the Jarl is dealing with the Daedra right now. I guess you could say I would wear a hood when going around town. But my dude just looks so cool, I didn't want to wear a hood. So we're just gonna rock out with our horns out. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go this way. It's better for me if I go this way. We have 385 gold now. I actually know how I can get a little bit more gold. I need to get a...
Come to see Battlemage. Blades, helmets, pretty much
need to
anything
get
to suit
a
your
master
needs.
rank 2. Okay, I have enough. Okay, master key 2. There we go. Perfect.
If you need any more smith,
And now we have 59 gold. That's fine. It was well worth it. Oh, actually, shit, hold on. I didn't realize because I had multiples of the armor I'm already wearing. Let's sell
what
those
brings you to
pieces.
Battlemage today? The finest weapons and armor.
Anything to help with our carry weight right now.
If you need
Okay,
any
cool.
more smith,
There we go. Now we can move on. Things are going to get a little dicey, potentially, in an upcoming dungeon in Crystal Drift Cave. Depends on what's in here, but also just hard for us to sprint away. So originally, my plan with the build is to go for the one-handed power attack perk first, because I'd be wearing light armor before switching over to heavy after getting the 3 perks. But now, since we're starting with heavy armor right off the bat, I do want to get my heavy armor perks as soon as possible. So we will be leveling heavy armor. Oh, and for something I keep forgetting to do, and you guys can see what all I have on auto loot. I'm going to be auto looting septums, gems, soul gems, keys, and jewelry. This is mostly for like Draugr and stuff that carry like a ring or whatever. This is the auto loot mod that I use, Smart Harvest. So it only auto loots on corpses. At least that's how I have it set up. So once I pass a corpse that has one of those items, it'll be auto looted. The main use of it is for the potions of insight, or rather the diluted insights, being that almost every enemy has them. It kind of gets annoying to have to loot them off of everybody, but I've taken a step further and found that it's just honestly very annoying to loot a lot of times. Like gold and stuff. Obviously I still check inventories for like enchanted weapons, enchanted jewelry, enchanted armor, you never know. Okay. Need to listen out here. There's wolves in that little cave right there. That's not where we're going. Hopefully they'll leave us alone. Oh, great. Wolves are really annoying when they run away, especially right now with me being in heavy armor. I can't sprint after him, so I'm sure he'll sneak up on me and attack, but that's alright. And it's Crystal Drift Cave, not Lair. Couldn't remember. Oh wow, we got really lucky with our spawn in here. I've had a spiders, like big spiders, trolls. Oh, that's a big wolf. Maybe I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. I didn't know you could find different sized wolves. Do the old Dunmer trick. How many potions did I have to burn through there? Okay, not terribly many. It's mostly the recuperation potions I'm worried about burning through. Get lucky. Ooh, wow. Wow. That was super lucky. 2 insights there. It's actually huge. That's really big. That's really lucky. Alright. Good start. Good start. Heavy armor is getting a nice little boost up to 14. And this is what we came for. The Staff of Charming. It's funny, there's 2 staves that have that are illusion staves. There's Staff of Charming and there's Staff of Arcane Authority. Or no, I guess no, it's just this one. The naming is kind of funny on it because it's like it's a Staff of Charming, but it actually does the Fury effect. Okay, cool. So this will help us a little bit with early bandit dungeons, since we don't really have the stamina to be fighting multiple enemies at once. Of course, that wolf came to bite us in the ass, quite literally. I don't have a ton of healing potions. It's really annoying. Also, just realized my magicka It's kind of suffered from getting hit so many times. So both a good and a bad start, I guess. Just want some Blue Mountain Flower here, so we can have some passive regen outside of combat. I'll probably have to end up taking this potion of Fortify Health. No, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, so like I said before, originally I was going to be doing block early on, but then it kind of gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, I need my 3 points in heavy armor. I need my 2 points in one-handed so I can power attack. I need my 2 to 3 points in block so that I can get stamina back on hit and make block like actually effective. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got to be level 8 before my, my build can function properly. Didn't really like that. So we're going to use the Ancestral Ward as our shield. It's not as strong as a shield, but it doesn't require any perks. And it does a little better against arrows, if I do say so myself. And helps us versus spells, too. So it's not a terrible trade-off. Just going to keep my War Axe on me close by. Chances are, there they are. Let's say we're going to be fighting more wolves. Love fighting wolves. Doesn't everybody just love fighting wolves? Aren't you so upset that you don't have vanilla leveling and you can fight wolves to level up? Yeah, me neither. Also got to be on the lookout for spiders.
The way this war is going, there might not be anyone left to steal from.
Hey.
Think you can.
And see all that before we really get involved, and both enemies are already almost dead. That is exactly how we want this to function. Not going to be picking up steel quite yet, and I can't unlock that because it is apprentice, even though I do have a master key that is good for apprentice. That is not what I'm using it on. Alright, we've got the chance for more wolves up here. Yeah, I think my autosave went off, but usually when my autosave goes off, it's more so a reminder that, hey, I should probably do a hard save. I don't hear any wolves howling. Ooh, yes. The old orc being there is not bad. I will most definitely not be fighting him. But at least he took care of the wolves for me. Don't want blue butterfly wings. Okay, this next part can be a little tricky. Because we do have to deal with 2 archers.
This a surprise.
Damn it. Whenever they get finished being frenzied or whatever, they kind of like pull their weapons back out. And that caused him to switch back over to his crossbow, and I wasn't really ready for it. Not really looking in the best spot on these potions here. But hopefully with these 2 things right here, we can make it through. mess that up. I'm gonna be out of magicka from this fight.
What's a mystery like you doing out here? Go home to your mother.
Gonna die for that. It's a bad time to get lost.
Ah.
Think if you take me?
Okay, well, at least now it is a one-on-one in a way.
Talos, mind you. Skyrim belongs to the Lord.
Oh my god. She hits hard. I knew I could get a poison right there. Okay, let's go. Woo! Yeah, that steel plate armor made it a little bit difficult because of the slash damage that she resists. With that, we do get a little bit of an upgrade here. I saw some poison on it, but that's okay. Alright, sweet. Managed to clear these guys. Guys and gals. No, my current weapon does more damage. Hopefully pretty soon we're going to be getting a weapon upgrade that'll help a ton. This Robes of Destruction doesn't really do much for us. Heavy armor, heavy armor. Alright, well we're 1 point away from being able to get the first middle perk here in heavy armor. At least we do get a point in stamina. It's going to help with some of our regen, and just our overall stamina amounts. Another damage health, arcane grasp, find Leifner's body. Now we can go turn that in, get another insight out of it, and potentially a decent scroll. We can also go turn in the bounty and get another insight. That will give us enough points where we can get the next point in heavy armor. And then the only other things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grabbing... probably going to grab the Dawnguard War Axe. I think I might use my gold to pay for an Adept Key, so I can go grab that. Grab a Staff of Flame Atronach that I know is nearby. Or not staff. Whew, sorry. Whew, if there was a staff, that'd be crazy. No, it's a scroll. There's a scroll over here. It'll just be good for later on. But either way, I think that concludes for a first episode. Kind of slow, not a whole lot of action, but it's kind of just getting us started. And this build doesn't start off super strong. You have to really use a lot of resources to get by through encounters. But I'll tell you what, once you get to like that mid game, this build really starts taking off. So we'll see you in the next one.